Welcome to this course where we'll learn everything about AutoCAD right from scratch. So before we begin, I want you to download the lesson files. You can download the lesson files right from this video. The download link is available here. Now the software used in this course is AutoCAD 2018 as well as 2019. So I've used both the softwares for making this complete course. The recommended software is obviously AutoCAD 2018 and 19, but if you have any other software like the older versions of AutoCAD, you can also use it. So if you have AutoCAD 2016 or any other later versions, you won't find much difference in the software interface. But if you have even older versions of AutoCAD, things will be a little different for you. In that case, I recommend you to download the latest version, the student version of AutoCAD from Autodesk website, which is available for free for students with a 3-year education license. The link to download the student version of AutoCAD is also available here. Now there is hardly any difference between 2018 and 2019 version, but 2019 version is slightly enhanced in terms of user interface. So the user interface is a little bright with more vibrant colors added to that, but functionally they are exactly the same. All the tools are exactly the same. Still, I've added a completely new module in this course dedicated to AutoCAD 2019 new features. So all the new features of AutoCAD 2019 are included in that module. At the end of every module, there is a practice exercise for you, which is completely related to that particular module. And also there is a set of quiz which I recommend you to take. So these things will help you in assessing your performance of that module, and you can move ahead to the next module only when your performance is satisfactory. If you think that you are not up to the mark, then you can watch the module or the weak parts again in this course before moving to the next module. I've also added a dedicated practice drawing module at the end of this course, so you can practice your skills on real life drawings using that practice drawing module. And it has some really good drawings, 2D drawings, and also some other drawings like making a floor plan, elevations, and so on. So once you are prepared with the tool sets required to make those drawings, I recommend you to make some drawings from that practice drawing module. This course is for absolute beginners as well as for those who have worked with the software but now want a refresher. So it has been made in such a way that even if you have no knowledge of AutoCAD, you can start right from scratch and you can just follow me along, and quickly you can start making your own set of drawings and plans. Throughout this course, I'll be here for you, and if you have any questions, you can let me know in the Q&A section and I'll try to get back to you with answers as soon as possible. So let's get started. When you start AutoCAD, you'll reach this start screen on which you can see this get started column, on which we have some frequently accessible tools, like we can open the files, open a sheet set, we can get more templates online, or we can explore some sample drawings. Also, we can open a drawing using some predefined templates from this drop down list, or we can directly use this start drawing box to open the drawing with the default template. On this column, you'll see some of the recently opened drawings, and you can change the preview of these drawings using these small tabs. So you can change it to big thumbnails, or you can change it to the list view like this. You can also pin some of these drawings for their frequent access. For example, you can pin this 1.2 drawing. Also, let's pin this 1.4 drawing. So now, even when you open more drawings, these two drawings will always remain in the list and on the top of this list also. Also, we have some notifications related to our drawing. And here I'm connected to my A360 account that you can see here, my name and the email ID. You can log in if you are not connected here, and also you can see the ID at this point here. So now let's click on this push pin to remove it from our drawings, and now let's select this learn tab. And now we have some videos which can be used for learning about the new features or some of the content related to the AutoCAD. Also, we have here the latest video from Autodesk, and also some learning tips and other online resources that you can access. So I'll get back to this create tab and I'll start the drawing from this start drawing option, and here we are in the main drawing area. So now this main window of AutoCAD is divided into a couple of parts. Here we have this ribbon panel, and this ribbon panel is divided into different tabs. Here we have this home tab, the insert tab, annotate, parametric, and so on. Also, these tabs are divided into different panels. We have the draw panel, modify, annotation, and other panels. We can expand these panels to access additional tools, and also you can click on this push pin to make these panels sticky here. So even after removing the cursor, these panels will remain expanded. And if you select this push pin option again, when you remove the cursor, the panels will collapse. You can also move these panels, so you can click anywhere in this panel here and drag it outside if you want to move it, just like this. And we don't have the draw panel here, now we have it here. And if you want to take it back to the home tab, just click on this small icon that will return it to its rightful place. Currently, all of the panels are not visible in the drawing area, and it will depend upon the resolution of your monitor. And if you want to show or hide some of the panels, you can simply right click on this blank area, and from here you can select the panels. So go to this show panels and select the panels which are not checked. In this case, we have all the panels checked. So let's say that we want to hide utilities panel. So I'll click on this utilities, and now we don't have that panel here. Now I'll go to this blank side again, right click, select show panels, select the utilities, and now we have the utilities panel. In a similar way, you can also bring or hide tabs here. For example, we have home, insert, annotate, parametric, but we don't have 3D tools or visualize. So let's click on this visualize, and now we have this visualize tab here. In order to hide this, right click on the empty space on any tab and select this visualize option again. And now we don't have it here. We also have here command line, and all the commands that you will enter will appear here. You can expand this command line by clicking on the boundary of this command line and expanding it like this. So it will keep a record of all the commands that you will enter, and you can always collapse it to its original position like this. You can hide this command just by clicking on this close icon. And if you want to bring it back, simply press Ctrl 9 key to bring it back. You can also hide it using the Ctrl 9 key. So I'll bring it back again in the drawing area. We can also hide multiple elements from the drawing area. So here we have this file tab, we have here the model tab, and also these layout tabs. So you can hide these tabs. Also we have here this navigation panel, and we have the view cube. So in order to remove or bring these visual elements, you can go to the view tab, and from here select the corresponding option. For example, we have here file tabs. Just uncheck this option to remove the file tabs. Also, if you want to remove the layout tabs which are here, click on this layout tabs, and we don't have that layout tab anymore. We can bring it back by clicking on these options. Similarly, you can click on the UCS icon, view cube, or navigation bar to toggle their visibility. For example, here we don't have the navigation bar anymore, and we also don't have the view cube. Now after turning this off, and we can turn off UCS also. So let's click on these icons again to bring them back in the drawing area. On the top left, we have this quick access toolbar on which we can place some of the tools which are frequently accessed. So we have the save as, print, undo, redo, and also the new and open. In case you want to add more tools to this, you can click on this down pointing arrow and select the corresponding option from this list. So let's say that we want to add this properties or the workspace option. So you can click on this workspace, and here we have it now. You can also add layers option from this AutoCAD 2018 version onwards. So this is the new addition in the AutoCAD 2018 version. You can add the layer drop down now on the quick access toolbar. So I'll just turn off this layer as well as the workspace. You can also search for commands from this application menu. So click on this application menu or the application button, and here you'll see a field. Now let's say that you want to locate a command on the UI of this AutoCAD. So for that you just need to type its name. So I'll type the name of the circle command, and now here we have the results. So in the first result we have it on home tab. As you can see here, the circle command is on home tab, draw panel and the circle flyout. So let's check it. So here we have home tab, draw panel and circle flyout, and here we have the result. So you can locate any command from AutoCAD on its UI or the user interface easily using that search field. And if you want to know more about any command, you can use this help field also. So from this help you can access more information about any command in AutoCAD, but you need to be connected to the internet in order to access this help. Or you can also download the help file for offline use using this drop down. So click on this drop down and select this download offline help and install the offline help files. So this was all about the user interface of AutoCAD. In the next video, I'll tell you about the navigation tools in AutoCAD. So now let's have a look at some of the navigation tools available in AutoCAD. So in AutoCAD you need to use a 3-button mouse with left click, right click and a scroll wheel for accessing the navigation tools. And in order to select or in order to activate any command, you need to select it from the corresponding tab and panel. So simply go to that command and left click, and the command will now be activated. And once the command is active, you'll notice that its name and also the instruction will be visible on the command line, and also the cursor will change into this point selection cursor or into a pick box, which is similar to this. So when you select the corresponding command, it will return to this either pick box or a point selection cursor, and also the name of command will be active. In order to exit this, simply press the escape key. You can press escape multiple times also if you want, so that will not make any change to the drawing. And now in order to zoom in and zoom out from the drawing, you simply need to rotate the mouse wheel. So here we have these 3 objects. Let's say that we want to zoom into this area of the drawing on the lower left of this rectangle. For that, simply bring your cursor to the lower left of this rectangle and now rotate the mouse wheel. And when you rotate the mouse wheel, it will zoom in, and when you rotate it in the opposite side, it will zoom out. And the center of zoom will be the point where you put your cursor. So in this case, if I move my cursor to the top of this triangle, it will take this point as the center of zoom, and we can zoom in and zoom out like this. In order to pan this drawing or move this drawing in the drawing area, simply press and hold the mouse key and the cursor will change into this hand, and now you can move it in the drawing area like this. You can also access these navigation tools directly from the navigation bar. So here we have this pan tool. Simply select it. Now you'll be able to move it or pan it in the drawing. And in order to use the zoom tools, simply select this small arrow right under the zoom extents tool, and we have multiple options for zoom. So you can select any of these options. For example, in this case, the zoom extents is selected as default. So if you select zoom extents, the drawing will fit completely in the area provided. So wherever our drawing is, it hardly matters. When you select the zoom extent, it will fit in provided space. Also, we have some other options like this zoom window, which can be used for zooming on a particular object. For example, in this case, let's say that we want to zoom into this circle. Simply make a window around the circle, and the circle will be brought into perspective. It will be zoomed in the current workspace. We also have some other options like zoom previous, that will return to the previous state of zoom. And also one of the option here, this zoom object. So select the zoom object, click on the object, and that object will be brought in the complete area of the drawing. In a similar way, you can also access all of these options according to your requirement or the requirement of a specific drawing. We can also access the 3D orbit tool, and using the 3D orbit tool, you can see this drawing from X, Y and Z axis. So currently we are able to see this drawing from X and Y axis, or from the top view only, that you can see here with the top view. But in order to see it from the 3 axis, or if you want to see the height of this drawing as well, simply go to this orbit tool from the navigation bar, select the orbit tool, and now orbit your drawing just like this. And now you will notice that the triangle is actually a 3D shape with a certain height here also. So you can orbit the drawing to see it. We also have another orbit option, which is free orbit, that is useful for viewing our drawing more freely in different axes, and you learn about these tools in much better way in our 3D course. So let's press escape key, and now if you want to access the same tool using the mouse, you can do that as well. Simply press and hold shift key, then press the mouse wheel, and now instead of pan, that will convert it into this orbit tool, and now you can orbit the drawing in the free space. In order to return back to the original condition, simply click on the top of this view cube, and here we have it, the default configuration. Although the angle is not correct, that we can also correct using this small arrow here. So in this way we can navigate in our AutoCAD drawings.